Even with the big Nintendo Switch 2 Direct right around the corner and the Switch 2 hype train rolling, the OG Nintendo Switch is not going away quietly. We still have 3 big games that we know of coming from Nintendo this year: Xenoblade Chronicles X, Pokemon Legends ZA, Metroid Prime 4. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What's up, everyone? This is Justin, and welcome to Just Keep Playing. Please join me today as we talk about why Xenoblade Chronicles X, Pokemon Legends ZA, and Metroid Prime 4 are sending the Switch off with a bang. And while you're here, let me know what your hype levels are for those 3 games in the comments below. Xenoblade Chronicles X, Pokemon Legends ZA, and Metroid Prime 4 are 3 of my most anticipated games that I'm most excited about for this year. And we just got some new information on both Xenoblade and Pokemon earlier this week that got me even more excited for both of those games. We haven't received any new information on Metroid Prime 4, but maybe we'll be getting something soon, like at the Switch 2 Direct. But hey, this video isn't about the Nintendo Switch 2. It's about the Nintendo Switch and how we still have some big games to look forward to from Nintendo, even with the Nintendo Switch 2 right around the corner. So let's start things off with Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade Chronicles X was one of the most requested ports of the entire Switch generation. So finally getting this game on the Switch is super exciting, and having the entire Xenoblade series on the Switch, the Peak Trilogy 1, 2, 3, and now X, is just really cool. Xenoblade is not just my favorite Nintendo RPG series, but it's just my favorite RPG series of all time, with Xenoblade Chronicles 3 being one of my absolute favorite games of all time. And I was really wanting to play Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I was holding out hope that they would eventually bring it to the Switch, and finally we are just so close. March 20th, less than a month, Xenoblade Chronicles X will be on the Switch, and I'm so excited to get into this game. It's brand new to me, brand new to a lot of us, a lot of brand new Xenoblade fans from the Switch era. So I'm super excited. I know a lot of us are super excited to really get into Xenoblade Chronicles X in just a few short weeks. And while, yes, it might not be a brand new game, it is a port. But like I said, to many of us, it's going to be a new to us game. It's not stuck on the Wii U anymore, and it finally has a chance to live up to its potential. The series has just been growing in popularity. It's on a thriving platform now, and of all the Xenoblade games, it's a perfect one for newcomers to the series to jump into, because you don't need to have played any of the previous games to fully enjoy the world that we're going to get to explore. It's got that classic Xenoblade combat system. We got mechs, that music. Xenoblade series has some of the best music, period. And it seems like Xenoblade Chronicles X is continuing on with that tradition. The songs that I've heard from the soundtrack so far have all been bangers. And Nintendo just dropped a brand new overview trailer for the game, and it's just looking so good. So excited to get into this game. They showed off some of the new story content, and unlike with Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 and 3, the added story content is accessible from just a separate menu. It's part of the game itself. The overview trailer showed off the online in the game, and the online is looking real really cool and exciting being able to have the 32 player squads where you can go out on missions and battle enemies, and then you can do 4-player co-op and battle enemies together or go out on missions together. I already knew that I was going to be spending a lot of time with just the main single player portion of the game, but now with this multiplayer, with the online, I know this game is just going to soak up so much of my time. But I'm so excited for it. So excited for this game. Xenoblade Chronicles X is showing that the Switch still has some life left in it, still has some games worth getting excited about. But you know what would give me some life and get me excited is if you would hit that like and subscribe button and join me as we enjoy the rest of the cool games that the Switch has left for us and all the Switch 2 excitement that this year is going to bring. All right, but next up, let's talk about Pokemon Legends ZA. Pokemon Legends Arceus is the best Pokemon game on Switch, in my opinion, and it's definitely my favorite Pokemon game on the Switch, and it's the Pokemon game that got me back into Pokemon after a long time. I was a Pokemon Gen 1er. That's my era that I came in. That's when I was the most into it, with playing the games, watching the anime, and just really getting into it. But after that, I pretty much kind of fell off of Pokemon. But I started to get back into it with things like Pokemon Go, and I really got into Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And then when they revealed Pokemon Legends Arceus, I was like, yes, this is the Pokemon game that I've been waiting for. I got the game, I loved it. It's one of my favorite games on Switch. So needless to say, I was really excited when they announced Pokemon Legends ZA to get another game in the Legends line of Pokemon games. And so we just got our first real look at Pokemon Legends ZA at the most recent Pokemon Presents. And to me, gameplay wise, the game is looking so good. But the reveal did not come without its controversies, as what seems to be the case whenever a new Pokemon game comes out. It's revealed. The discourse online is people complaining about the graphics, and then the game comes out and the game sells a crazy amount anyway. That's just the Pokemon cycle online. But yes, so we got our look at Pokemon Legends ZA, and yes, the graphics are under fire again. And while yes, some of the textures, like on the buildings or on like the streets and grounds and all of that type of stuff, doesn't look like amazing or anything like that, I think that the characters look good, they look just fine, and the Pokemon themselves look pretty good. So it's kind of it's a mixed bag. Yeah, it could be better, but it looked like Game Freak focused most of their development time and resources on the gameplay and the combat system. And now with Pokemon Legends ZA, we pretty much have our first Pokemon action RPG. The combat, the gameplay in the game, now it looks like you're getting to carry out Pokemon battles like in the anime, with you running around, your Pokemon running around, dodging attacks, having to time your attacks just right. You have to think about your positioning, whether or not your attack has range or if you got to be close. It's got with the positioning, it's got a little Xenoblade-esque. Everything that we saw just looks like it's taken the combat gameplay just to another level that looks to be really exciting and action-packed and strategic and And just everything that I saw gameplay wise got me really excited. Like the combat change just looks like an even better and more substantial change than what we even saw back with Arceus. Got Mega Evolutions returning. The game takes place on the city streets rather than in like wild or forest, which is a bit of a change of pace for Pokemon. So everything that I saw for Pokemon Legends ZA got me even more excited to play that game later this year. And that was also a key point, is that it said coming late this year. I believe the Japanese version of the Present said that it's coming out this fall. So there's a good chance that it's most likely going to be a November-ish game. So that presents a good chance that, yes, there may be some Switch 2 type of upgrades for it, maybe. The Pokemon Company, the Game Freak, doesn't always do that, but there is a chance. But again, this isn't about Switch 2. This is about the Switch going out with a bang, having big games to keep us excited throughout the year. And there will not be a bigger game for the Switch coming out this year than Pokemon Legends ZA. Yes, I wish it looked a little bit better graphically. And come on, Pokemon, we need voice acting in Pokemon games. It just needs to happen. We can't go another gen without voice acting. So make that a thing coming up with these new Pokemon games. But outside all of that, I am super excited for Pokemon Legends ZA. But what about you? Are you excited for Pokemon Legends ZA? Let me know in the comments below. And who is going to be your starter? Are you going with Totodile? Are you Team Tepig or Team Chikorita? Let me know in the comments below. And now let's talk about Metroid Prime 4. Wow, yes, we haven't really gotten any new information, no updates on Metroid Prime 4 since the trailer that we got from the last Direct. But any excuse to talk about Metroid Prime 4 is a good reason to talk about Metroid Prime 4. Now, a lot of people think that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is going to be a cross-gen game and maybe have a dual launch on both the Switch 2 and the OG Switch. Or maybe it comes out first on the Switch 2 and then on the Switch, or reverse it and comes out first on the Switch and then comes out on the Switch 2 with the next gen upgrade or patch or something like that. But again, this is about the Switch, and it's still having some banger games and not just dying off into the sunset, going away quietly. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is exactly the type of game that the Switch was missing last year. Overall, I enjoyed my Switch in 2024, but it was definitely missing the big hitters from Nintendo last year. Yes, we got a brand new Zelda game, a top-down Zelda game, which was one of my favorite games, but that was Nintendo's highest rated game that year. I think it was their highest rated game. That was their highest rated new game. I think Paper Mario Thousand Year Door was their overall best rated game, but for a brand new game, Echoes of Wisdom was one of their highest rated games. But it wasn't rated strongly enough, and enough members of the press, I guess, didn't love it enough for it to be considered that game of the year quality game. And that's what Nintendo was missing last year. Pretty much every year of the Switch's life, they've had at least one game that was, without a doubt, a game of the year quality type of game. They didn't have that last year. But this year, Metroid Prime 4 coming out with the pedigree that it has, with Metroid Prime being one of the best rated games of all time and just being one of the best games of all time. And each other game in the series, Metroid Prime 2, Metroid Prime 3, all being highly rated 90 plus games. I'm believing and pretty sure that Metroid Prime 4 should and will live up to that legacy. So Metroid Prime 4, that comes out this year on the Switch, and it's rated 90 plus, and it's a game of the year quality type of game. That is an awesome swan song and way for the Switch to go out with a bang. Now I'm definitely just really so looking forward to playing Metroid Prime 4 wherever I can play it at, whether it's on the Switch or it's on the Switch 2. Metroid Prime 4 will be a perfect swan song, game of the year quality type of game for the Switch to have in its final year as Nintendo's main system. But what do you think? Do you agree with me that the Switch is going out with the bang in 2025? That it still has some exciting games coming out for us to look forward to? How excited are you for Xenoblade Chronicles X, Pokemon Legends ZA, and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video and you want more discussions about Nintendo, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2, please hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Peace.